Good morning and happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning, guys. Wednesday morning. How we doing? How we doing? Yep. Blazer wants to say morning this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Eliza. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, guys. Good morning. How we doing? Wednesday morning. That's halfway through the week. Everybody thawing yet? Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Jules. I am good. I am good. It's one day closer to Friday, y'all. One day closer. I'm excited for Friday. Friday, we're doing that first quilt block of the month. I'm excited for that. I'm excited. Good morning, Miss Nikki. Good morning. Good morning, Sharon. How are you? Nikki, did you get lanyard done yesterday? Good morning, Miss Irie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Laura. Good morning. Good morning, Melissa. Today, y'all, we're gonna wait for a few people to join. Good morning. Thank you for the heart, me. Thank you. We're gonna actually go over the supplies we need for this upcoming retreat. Yes, I did, and work. Awesome. I'm excited for you, Miss Nikki. I'm excited. You're doing so awesome. Good morning, Pearl. Good morning. Good morning. I'm excited. So today, y'all, we are going to be going over the supplies that we're going to be using for that retreat next week. Good morning, Miss Dolly. Were you able to get that that message I sent you to work? Good morning, Miss Lisa. Because Miss Dolly, if you just hold down on that message and click copy, and then you can, so just hold down on that last message I sent you, hold down on it, click, and when it'll pop up and it'll say copy that, and then open your browser like Chrome, Safari, whatever browser you use, and then click up top and hit paste. It'll go in there and it'll go right to it. So good morning, Sharon. How are you? Good morning. Good morning, Maddie. How are you? Good morning. Everybody excited? Good morning, Marnie. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Are we ready for Wednesday? Good morning, Elena. So I'm getting some things. So these little guys are what I'm going to be using on my abstract. These are what I'm going to be using on my abstract quilt. So I started, we're going to get ready. You're ready for Friday. Me too. It's cold here in Florida, 29. Brr. Miss Lisa, what's the temperature here today? I don't think it's quite as cold today. I think it's going to start warming up. I did. Does the page say it does? It does. That's what these are. That's because that's what you wanted, was you wanted the because I have them set aside for you because you wanted the prints, correct? Because these are the ones that I have for you. Good morning, Prinny. So I'll show you just to make sure, because I have this one, and then I have this one, and then I have this one. It's 38 degrees. Yeah, I thought it was a little warmer this morning. Good morning, Miss Shannon. Good morning. Miss Dolly, are you seeing these? So these, okay, just making sure. So these are the ones that I have ready that I got for you to send to you. So, right? Are they not fun? These are just the cutest little things. These are the cutest things here, guys. Cute, right? So, those are the ones that I have for you. They are so I do not make them myself. I have a place that does them for me, and they do. It's like quick turnaround, really quick turnaround. So I did those. So Marnie, I can. Miss Dolly had asked me to get them. Yeah. So on that thing that I sent to you, you just order them there. So when you order, I'm gonna get in trouble. If you click on that, it'll get you there. So and Miss Marnie, if you want, I can send you the thing for those. Hold on. It's just a few day turnaround for me to get them, and then I can ship them out. So, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Gypsy Elder. I like that name. That one's cool. I like that name. That one is cool. Good morning, Miss Lisa. Good morning. Good morning. So today, good morning, Barb. Good morning. Good morning. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's cool. I really like that. I really like the Gypsy Elder. That's cool. That's the coolest thing is all these different kind of names on here. All the different kind of names is kind of cool. Thank you, Miss Irie. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So again, if Dolly, I can show you those transfers again if you'd like to see them before you get them. More than willing to show those. Hold on one moment. The dog is getting my laser. No. That's a bad dog. Bad dog. No. So I guess that was a bad idea. So I put our pillow off our bed on the chair to try to keep him out of there because he keeps hopping up on the coffee table while I'm in here. And so needless to say, okay, I'll show them to you again. Needless to say, I have one more other one I'm going to put in there because I only have 9 of these. So I'm going to ask you which one you want. I have put our chair, our pillows on the chair. And when I put the pillows on the chair, he got up on my husband's and ripped a hole in the pillowcase. So needless to say, I'm going to be fixing that hole after our live today. I'm going to be fixing that hole. So let me see. I have a couple options for the other ones. So I'll give you the options for the other ones. So because there's only 9 of these. So there's only 9 of these. So, okay. So we have, and we'll count them just to make sure. So we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and if you send a hi to that, it'll send the information back to you guys. Send a hi to that number. It'll send the information back to you. There's a 3. What do we got? 1, 2. This is 4. 4. And then 5. Thank you, Miss Irie. 6. Good morning, Dee. How are you? 7. 8. 9. Thanks for the repost, Miss Becky. Okay, so Miss Dolly, I have a couple options here for you. So I have this fun one I found. Check this one out. Are those not cute? If you like chickens. So that one's chickens. I do have this lady I got printed. So she's one of my favorites. She is one of my favorites, right? Isn't that fun? So I have Sewing Lady. And then I also have this one, which is kind of cool. Do you like any of those? Or I can look at some other ones. Let me know. Let me know. Oh, actually I have, hold on. I can do one of the ladies that I'm going to be putting on my abstract quilt. How about one of these ladies? One of these ladies is cute. I'm liking these ladies. So they're becoming one of my new favorites. This one and then the other ladies. So which one do you think, Miss Dolly? Which one on things? Right? Is this not cute? These are the ones This is what I'm going to be putting. That is so cute. That's me in the morning watching, right? That's why I was like, this is so us. This one, okay. I will add that to your stack. I will add that to your stack. And once you do, I will send it out. Once you do, I will send it out, okay? Just follow that thing I sent. Okay. Those got your name on it. Okay, so let's go back to today. So today we're going to be going over what we need for that 2-day retreat that's coming up next Friday and Saturday. So if you're not signed up for it, get signed up for it, guys. Get signed up for it. Nice thing is I do offer the Klarna. It allows you to pay in over time. So I'm trying not to get myself in trouble here, guys. I miss being here, having trouble getting in. Well, I'm glad you're here, Pearl. So anyway, so today we're going to be going over what we need for that. Okay. We're going to be going over what we need. So like I said, that first day, you're very welcome, Miss Dolly. You are very welcome, Miss Dolly. Like I said, I'm putting this, I'm going to put your name on it. I'm going to put your name on it over here. That is yours. Okay. So what we're going to have, the camera keeps following me over here, guys. So everyone, they're having a hard time right now. It's you got to be careful what you say anymore. You have to be careful what you say. My telnet messed up. Spent the day at provider. Sorry, Barb. Good morning, Miss Lisa. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Maddie. So today, like I said, next Friday and Saturday. Friday, we're going to be learning that abstract because we're going to do a 2-day virtual abstract retreat. So the first day, what we're going to be doing is you're going to learn the process. You are going to learn the process on how to do this. And I will show you, let me show you exactly what we're going to be doing. And then I will go over the supplies because I want you guys to be able to be ready for that to be coming. So let me go over, because I have this stuff here. So first day. So first day, what we're going to do is you're going to learn that process. So you're going to create a mug rug. Okay. You're going to create a mug rug. You're going to create a postcard. So this is an actual gift card. We added a pocket in for like a gift card or something. So we'll be making one of these. You'll be making a pot holder. I need to hold on over here on YT. I'm going to do normal tracking and unzoom you guys. That way you guys can see. We'll be doing a pot holder, like I said, pot holder. So the first day, and then a placemat. We're also going to do a placemat. So I don't have one right now. So we're going to do pot holder, placemat, a card for a present or whatever you want it to be. I'm also going to do a postcard, mug rugs. We got quite a bit of time. We're going to go 9 to 5. So, or 9 to 5, 9 to 3, however long y'all want to stay on. I'm good with that. And then the second day, y'all are going to be comfortable with that process. You're going to be comfortable with that process. So good morning, Gracie. So the second day, what we're going to do, you're going to create a quilt, y'all. You are going to create a quilt, and it's whatever fabric you want. Whatever fabric you want is what the quilt's going to be. So, so that second day, this is what you're going to do. So, and what we'll do is we'll work on creating the quilt that morning, and it'll go quicker than you think. It'll go quicker than you think because there's no pattern. There is no rhyme or reason as to where you're going to put these pieces of fabric, y'all. So, you'll be good. I promise you will be good. So, let's go over what we're going to need for supplies. Let's go over what we're going to need for supplies for that 2-day retreat, y'all. I am excited. Okay. So first thing you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of fabric and what fabric. So the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need a backing. You're going to need a backing that's 40 by 40 or whatever size you want. It's up to you. I'm doing a 40 by 40. Okay. So the 40 by 40 piece of fabric. And as you can see, what I did is I took some fabric and added it together. That way it gave me my 40 by 40. Okay. So we'll need a 40 by 40 piece of fabric. you're going to need a piece of batting the same size. You're going to need a piece of batting that same size, guys. So again, 40 by 40, okay? And then a piece of batting the exact same size, okay? Because you're going to sandwich those together. And if you want to get prepped for it, you can go ahead and baste it on there, or we can do it the day of too. Either way. So that is the first thing you will need. Okay. And this is just going to be a wall hanging, something to go on the back of your couch, something to cozy up with on your recliner, you know, just not going to be a huge quilt, but something big enough to have fun on, something big enough. And like I said, we don't want to do like a huge quilt because there's no way we'll finish it. I like to do things that we're able to finish. So needless to say, 40 by 40. So you need a piece of backing fabric and a piece of batting the same size sandwiched together. Okay. We're going to need that sandwiched together. Okay. So next thing you're going to need is you're going to need something fun. Okay. You're going to need something fun. Well, let's go over the backing fabrics first. So that is for the quilt. Okay. That one's for the quilt. So for your pot holder, you're going to need a 10 by 10 square. Okay. 10 by 10 square and a 10 by 10 piece of batting. This is for the pot holder. Okay. On the back, you'll see it's just a piece of fabric. You can get yourself a layer cake if you want, whatever you want. So just a 10-inch piece of fabric and a 10-inch piece of batting sandwiched together. Okay. So that's what you'll need for the pot holder. For your placemat, this is what you're going to need for your placemat. So you're going to need a 12 by 18, y'all. 12 by 18. So you'll need a 12 by 18 backing fabric and then a 12 by 18 piece of batting. This will be for your, we're shaking because I'm washing a little clothes. This is going to be for your placemat. This will be for your placemat. Again, 12 by 18. 12 by 18, guys. Okay. So then we're going to be doing a postcard. So get yourself a blank postcard. You can get blank postcards on A. You can get blank not all, maybe, I don't know where you can get them all. I got mine on A. So it's just a blank postcard, y'all. So you're going to take that blank postcard and it's like a 5 by 7. We're going to say 5 by 7. And then you're going to need a piece of batting the exact same size as that postcard. So you're going to need a piece of blank postcard. And then, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be blank, but we're going to go blank. And then a piece of batting the exact same size as that postcard, y'all. Okay. Then we will need, because we're going to do that card. So this right here is the card. So this is the card that folds in half. So you'll need a card and a piece of batting the exact same size as that also, because we're going to be doing both on that. So that's what you're going to need. Now we have all of the backing parts. Okay. We have all the back. So this is what we'll need for the backs. Okay. And then we'll need the batting for the piece of fabric. I haven't got that one done. So what I'm going to do, I got me a jelly roll. I decided I ran across, I was going through my stuff and I ran across a jelly roll. So I ran across a jelly roll. I'm going to open this up because it's some fun fabric. This is some fun fabric that I have, and this is what I'm going to use. So this fabric, open up, is some fun colors. I like fun, bright colors, y'all. I like the fun, bright colors. So I'm going to use this jelly roll. I'm going to use that jelly roll. And then I'm going to use these. I'm going to use these because I'm liking these guys. Thank you, Miss Eliza. I really like these ladies. I'm really liking these. All right, Miss Lisa, thanks for joining. I'm really liking these ladies. So what I did is I got a few of them on DTF. I got a few of them on the DTF. And then I also took and printed some out. But you don't have to do it this way. You do not have to do it this way because what you can do is just get you a piece of fabric, cut up the fabric. I mean, this is whatever you want. I mean, because hold on, let me see, because I got fabric up here. Hold on, let me grab another piece of fabric that has, hold on, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna grab, gotta get the footstool. Get the footstool up. Get the footstool up. I want to show you something that, where are we at here? What is that? What is that? Oh, that's a Christmas thing. That one is a Christmas. That one is a Christmas. Well, this is a good example. That is a good example. Watch out, dude. Watch out. You don't need to climb the footstool. You don't need to climb the footstool. Okay, so this is a good example of a piece of fabric that you could use. Good morning, Gypsy Alonzo. Morning. Where do you get them from there? So if you send me a thing, I can tell you. So this is another piece of fabric that you could use. Take and cut yourself some 5-inch squares, strips, whatever you want, adding some sheep to it. Okay. So anything, I mean, any fabric you got, it doesn't matter what fabric you have, just have some fun with it. Is that the 2 yards? So yeah, so that's the 2 yard. That's where the 2 yard comes into play. So the 2 yards is just a bunch of different fabric, because I'm thinking 2 yards will be enough. But just a bunch of different fabric together to just add, because if you look at this quilt, here, because if you look at here, let me show you, because I'm thinking 2 yards should be enough. But if you look at this quilt, you see the different pieces in here. It is literally different pieces in here. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. So all these pieces in here are just literally different ones. So what'll happen is, so like say this is my center. Say this is my center piece. What you're going to do is we're going to put that right here in the center. So it would go right here in the center here. And then I would just take another piece of fabric, and it doesn't matter what the size is. Just keep cutting pieces of fabric. Get your scissors out. We're not going to cut them with the what you call it, with the ruler or anything, y'all. This is going to be fun. I promise this is going to be fun, because there is no pattern. There is no rhyme or reason where you're stitching things, because literally you're going to take and center. We're going to start right in the center, and we're going to work our way out. We will work our way out on this. Okay. So we're going to put one of these in the center, and then you're going to grab a piece of fabric. I'm just going to grab a piece of fabric here. So then you grab one of your pieces of fabrics. Good morning. Good morning. Grab one of your pieces of fabrics, and then we add to it. And then we add to it another way. Then we add to it another way. And then what ends up happening is you end up with an abstract quilt. You end up with an abstract quilt. And the fun thing is being the way we're sewing it this way, it'll be done all the way. So it'll be quilted and everything. I went ahead and quilted on top of this one because I wanted a little bit more texture to it. So got done. Let me know if you get, okay. Thank you. You're welcome, Dolly. I'll check it here in a minute. But yeah, y'all, is that not cool? Is that kind of, it is not paper piecing. It is not paper piecing. This is more of quilt as you go. It is more like quilt as you go kind of thing. So, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways we can do it. I'm going to show you 2 different ways, because you're going to have the option of, because with the quilt as you go, you have, let me put this back. You have the, I'll show you, because I have, so like this one right here. This one right here is where you take and put a piece down, and you lay a piece right sides together right on top of it. You stitch it and you fold it over. Okay. That's one way of doing it, because I'm going to show y'all both ways of doing this. So we have this way of doing it, and then you also have this way of doing it. So this one right here is you line the 2 pieces of fabric up, and then you do the stitching right on the 2 raw edges. You don't even have to fold or anything on that one. And you'll see the stitching on it. So I use a variegated thread. I used a variegated thread on this one. So, but yeah, it's two different ways. It's going to be up to you. It'll be totally your option. That first day you're gonna get comfortable with doing both. You're gonna end up with a pot holder. You're gonna end up with a placemat. You're gonna end up with postcards. You're gonna end up with mug rugs. All kinds of. I mean, we're gonna have fun with all kinds of different things on there. So, and I'm gonna show you all the binding too. So we'll go back over my binding because as you see, I have binded these. I actually binded the gift card, y'all. You can see that it's binded. The gift card is binded too. So I will show y'all how to do all of that. So it's going to be a fun day. It'll be a fun day. So if you want to register, go ahead and send the message. It'll reply back with my information and click on it. Check it out. Are you using the jelly roll for the, I am. I will be using that jelly roll for the quilt. So I'll be using, because check this out, guys. I'm going to take one of these off here. I can take one of these off there because this is one of the ladies that I'm going to use. But y'all, this is going to be a fun, wild quilt. Check that out. Is that not going to be fun? Where do you find these cute ladies? Send me the info. Send me the info. Is that not cool? Is that not cool? Yeah, Barb, I'm thinking a jelly roll is our best option. I think a jelly roll is our best option on it. So, and like I said, I have these. They're like 5-inch squares that I'm using. Are you able to move the bubble of, oh, sorry. Let's move there. Move there. Is that better? You're welcome. And I can move that off. I can just, if you guys want info, send me a message. I'll send you the information on it. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, so what we'll do, we'll have, like I said, we'll have this. And then, like I said, like say, I'll put it this way and we'll stitch across and we'll just keep adding out. We're going to start in that middle and we're going to have some fun. We will have some fun, y'all. We are going to have some fun. Questions. Ask me questions, y'all. Ask me questions because, like I said, this is what we're going to be doing next Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday, and it's going to be Zoom. Zoom, and the nice thing about Zoom is if you want to share your side, you don't have to. You don't have to, but if you share your side, I can help you out on your side. I can look at what fabric you're doing. You can show me, say, hey, Carrie, check it out. Look what I've done. Awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited that I'll be able to meet y'all. I'll be able to meet some of y'all. But like I said, you don't have to share your side if you don't want to. But the nice thing is, we won't have all the regulations. We'll be able to do whatever. And secondly, there's one more thing. I'm doing a giveaway, y'all. I am going to be doing a big giveaway of somebody's going to be winning a quilt. And that'll be a designed quilt. So you're going to give me a theme. Whoever wins, you give me the theme. And the following, I don't know if it'll be the following week or the week after, we'll be making your quilt on live. So you'll have to get out. What does the quilt look like when it's finished, or at least the pattern? Tracy, I will show you. There is no pattern. There is no pattern because it's all in how you. I'm gonna back y'all up a little bit. That way you can see it a little bit better. Back you up a little bit better. So I'm gonna back it up here. Like I said, it's all in where you place. All in where you place your pieces. So this is the last one I made. This is the last one I made. So this one has got bunches of just different pieces, bunches of different pieces. So we'll turn it around this way, turn it that way. So you can see each piece is a little different. Each piece is a little different. And this one was some just abstract fabric that I printed and some pieces. So thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. But this is what we will be doing next Friday and Saturday. So I will not have a live on next Friday, as we will be on our Zoom. So, and it's fun. This is just fun, y'all. And this is the backing on this one. The other backing, choose whatever you want. One of them I did a baby quilt. I did an abstract baby quilt. It was like a 2-sided baby quilt. So the back side was one panel. It was a baby quilt panel because this is about the size of a baby quilt. And then the front side was all the abstract fabric. So it more or less made it a double-sided quilt. So it's so many different options there, y'all. So many different options. So if you want information on it, send me a message, y'all. Send me a message. I will be doing the binding, everything. So that first day, you're going to learn how to do the binding on the gift cards, on the pot holders, on the placemats. And then that second day, you're also going to learn to do the binding on the quilt. So that morning, what we'll do that morning is we will actually do the quilt that morning, because you should be done with the quilt because it's a smaller piece and it'll go quicker. It'll go quick, fairly quick. So that morning, what we'll do is we will make the quilt, and probably around, I don't know, 1, 2 o'clock, depending on how it is. Abby, I'll send you, I forgot to send yours. I had sent all of the other ones out. I'll send you yours, Miss Abby. Send me a message to remind me, please. And I need to send you your info on Zoom too, Miss Abby. But the second day, that afternoon, because the quilt will be quilted, because it's more or less a quilt as you go. And being it's a quilt as you go, you don't have to quilt it. All we got to do is bind it. So we'll get it binded too. So that way you'll learn that process. And y'all, my binding is the easiest binding, and it's all done on the machine. Check this out. You still get your corners. It looks really cool. And it goes really quick. So if you haven't seen me do binding, I will show you guys. I'm going to show you guys that afternoon. So your quilt will be finished. It'll be finished or fairly close to be finished that afternoon. So it should be good. It should be good. And I promise y'all, there is no pattern. There is no right or wrong way. So wherever you lay that piece of fabric, it's totally up to you. Totally up to you. Totally up to you what size. You can use the bigger pieces of fabric. You don't have to use smaller pieces of fabric. It's all in however what you want to do. All in however what you want to do. So good morning. Good morning. How are you? Thank y'all for joining this morning. Thanks for the heart, me, Miss Abby. Thank you. Thank you. So anyways, any more questions, y'all? Any more questions? Like I said, this will be next Friday and Saturday, y'all. Next Friday and Saturday, we're going to have some fun. We are having some fun. And I'm going to have Miss Abby to help me. I will have Miss Abby. She'll be on in Colorado. So how do I send you a message? Your page is Annette, you should be able to, if you, I can't get it back on there. Miss Abby, can you help her out? You should be able to just send me a message on there. How's Coolest Dad this morning? I was telling my husband that you had made, thank you, Miss Abby. Coolest Dad, I was telling my husband that you had sent me a picture of of your lanyard you made yesterday. So Miss Michelle, next week. Hold on, let me send you the info. Let me send you the info. There you go. Hi from Toronto. Snow here is crazy. Oh my gosh, that is cold. That is cold. Y'all, and that's the nice thing about this retreat. It is virtual. It is virtual. Y'all can do it from anywhere. So anywhere you're at, you can do this. So join from anywhere. And hold on. You're warming up here. Hopefully you guys are, I want you guys warming up. Hold on. I got to move y'all over here. Hold on. I'll be right back. Good hot spot. Watch out. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Eyes are back. Eyes are back. Okay, I got it. Thank you so much. Oh, you're good. You're good, Annette. I appreciate you hanging out. You are welcome, Michelle. You are welcome. You are welcome. Okay. Any more questions, guys? What do you have questions on how the retreat's going to work, or supplies? That's what today is, guys. It's talking about that. That's what today is. So let me know. Let me know. What are you guys thinking? It's 9 here. Emma, that's cold. That is cold. Okay, cool, Grace. No. I will, and I do get back to you guys if you send me anything. What kind of, so I'm using a cotton batting. I'm using a cotton batting, Anna, but it's totally your choice. There is, it's whatever batting you want to use. It works, right? Annette, is he not cute? This is Blazer. This is Blazer. He's a Pomsky. Would poster board work for cutting the postcard? Absolutely, Miss Nikki. Absolutely. Poster board is more or less the same material. More or less the same material. I'm excited I don't get to take sewing classes. Me and my husband's a caregiver this way. Awesome. Awesome. Glad. I'm excited to have you there, Irie. Excited to have you there. So, and just as prep, get the app Zoom. If you're going to do it on your computer, you're good to go. On your phone, install the Zoom. And once you do register, I send you the registration. So he is full of it this morning. You can see he is full of it. He is full of it this morning, aren't you? He is full of it. He's like, Mom, hello. Hello. I know you just give a kiss. Oh, I didn't do nothing. I know. So, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I am excited. Are the baby puppy? Oh, no. He is mine. Do I, yes, Miss Barb, go ahead. Does the Mac have, let me, I'll get it. No, you'll have to add it. You'll have to add it, Miss Nikki. Which do you think is better to have it on the, either way, Shannon, either way, if you, oh, thank you for the puppy. Thank you. Depending on, is your computer in your sewing room? Oh, awesome, Barb. It works really well on there. It works really well on the iPads. So very cool. As long as your computer's in your sewing room and you can see, because like I said, you do not have to share your camera. You don't have to share your camera. If you'd like to share your camera, you're more than welcome to, but you do not have to. So, I'll be excited. I'll be excited for you guys to join. Now I have 3 iPads. Miss Barb, I'm in IT. I have lots of, thanks for the follow. I have lots of, what do you call it? Technology. So I've got computers everywhere, all kinds of stuff. So fun. Good morning, Miss Cassie. Good morning. We are going over, anybody just join in, we're going over supplies needed for the retreat. So is there anybody that wants me to go back over the supplies again? Because I can go back over that supplies again and show you guys again. And you don't have to share the whole time. You can turn camera on or off. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, let me go over, okay, I will go over the supplies again. I was going to put it on my iPad, but then you mentioned, yeah, you can have it either one. You can have it on either one, Miss Shannon. So either one you want. So, okay, let's go over supplies again. We're going to go over the supplies again. That way you guys can see. And I had to buy an HP laptop for my Genomini embroidery machine. Yikes. Yeah. My embroidery machine is the only reason that I have a Windows laptop. I'm a Mac girl. I love Macs. So, granted, at work I support my my users on PCs, but I like Macs. Y'all. Okay, so let's go over supplies. Guys. First thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need a 40 by 40, and this is just approximate. If you want it 30 by 30, 20 by 20, this is up to you. This is your quilt. This is whatever size you want. If you're just wanting a wall hanging, or if you're just wanting it on the back of the couch, or however big you want. this is the size that I'm going to go with, and it's a 40 by 40. Okay. So the 40 by 40, what I did is I'm using up fabric. So I just took and sewed some fabric together. That way, the embroidery machine won't work with it. The software, it's the software, Eliza. So you can't, the software is not made for the Mac. So, so this one is a 40 by 40. So you'll need a 40 by 40 piece of fabric. Then you will need a 40 by 40 piece of batting. So you're going to need that piece of batting sandwiched to your piece of fabric, y'all. So, let me get this one folded up. So you'll need a piece of batting, and it could be cotton batting, polyester batting, whatever batting you like, or just get you a piece of flannel or whatever, you know, just something to go in the middle of it. So just to give it an extra, you know, if you want it really, really light, you could do like a piece of flannel in the middle, or you don't even have to add it, I guess. But, oh, thanks, Barb. So anyways, this is 40 by 40. Okay. So this is a backing piece. And then don't forget, you need that piece of batting to go with that. We're going to sandwich it. So then you will need to make that pot holder. So you're going to make a pot holder. You need a 10 by 10 for that pot holder. So you need a 10 by 10 piece of fabric and a 10 by 10 piece of batting. Okay. This is for the pot holder, 10 by 10. Placemat. We're going to be making a placemat. For that placemat, you need 12 by 18. 12 by 18 for that placemat, y'all. 12 by 18. So you need a piece of batting and the back piece of fabric. We'll go over the other fabric here in a minute, but you need a piece of fabric, 12 by 18. So this is the placemat I'm making, y'all. And then a piece of batting, the exact same size, 12 by 18. Placemat. Then you'll need, we're going to do a postcard. We're going to say 5 by 7. We'll say 5 by 7 for a postcard. Or get you a postcard. Nikki said poster board. Poster board works too. So, so you're going to need that what do you call it? The postcard. So you're going to need the postcard, a blank postcard, and then you're going to need a piece of batting the exact same size. So postcard, piece of batting, cardstock. Cardstock works too, Miss Cynthia. Cardstock works too. So, and then a piece of batting, cut a piece of batting the exact same size. Okay. Yes. And then you're going to need, so this one is the one that folds in half. This is the one that folds in half. This will be that card. So it can go this way. And I'm mirrored. Y'all didn't get me today. Y'all didn't get me to unmirror you guys. So you're going to need a piece of postcard or this one. And then you're going to need a piece of batting that exact same size on this one too. Thought you were, okay. So you'll need a piece of batting the exact same size as that card. Okay. So, because we're going to make a postcard and a gift card. So we'll make both of those. So that's all the backings we need. So now we need fabric, y'all. Now we need fabric. So what am I going to do? But get your scraps out, guys. Get your scraps out because this is an abstract quilt and you put whatever you want on it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a jelly roll. I am going to use a jelly roll. So I'm liking the fabric from this jelly roll. And then what I'm doing is you get your fabric out. I'm using the transfers. I am using the transfers. I'm liking these ladies. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm liking these ladies. So I'm adding them to 5 by 5 squares. And I think these are charm packs. I'm adding them to a 5 by 5 square. You don't have to do this. This is all the way up to you. This is up. Some comments were filtered, guys. You might rephrase it. So I'm going to be using these. I took these. I took and printed some of the ladies on fabric. I'm liking these ladies. So I want to do one with this. So that is what I'm going to do. But like I said, whatever theme you want. If you wanted an animal theme, go get you some animal fabric. You could take some fabric like this and take and cut it up into different size, add some jelly roll strips or some fabric strips. It's whatever you want, y'all. Whatever you want. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just be like, what theme do I want? Let's see. I want butterflies. So you go grab some butterfly fabric, cut up some butterfly fabric, grab some strips that are coordinate with it, just something to go with it. You know, you want bears, you go grab some bear fabric, just anything you want to go with it. You know, like this one, if I wanted it sheep, you know, I would take, so say if I was doing these sheep, there's black sheep, there's white sheep in here. So I would take and cut some squares of this or whatever size I wanted. And then I would go grab some white fabric. I would grab some green fabric. I would grab some black fabric, something that would coordinate with it, you know, just anything. So that, yeah, 5x5 works. That's what size I'm going to use, is the 5x5, but it doesn't have, like I said, there's no pattern. There is literally no pattern and once you start doing it, you're going to understand, because literally you put that first one right there in the middle, and then you work your way out. You work your way out. Black and white polka dots would be cool too. Black and white polka dots would be cool too. So, but yeah, it's one of those. I know it's going to throw a few of y'all for a loop. It's going to throw a few of y'all for a loop. I don't go by patterns. I don't like patterns. I am not a pattern person. So, we'll have some fun. We will have some fun with it. So we will have fun. And like I said, it's next Friday and Saturday, 6 and 7. I'm in the loop. Y'all be awesome. I promise. Y'all will be awesome. I promise. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to have lots of laughs. We'll be telling jokes. And again, like I said, we will be doing, I'm putting your guys' names on tickets. And that last day we'll do that drawing, and one of y'all will get a personalized quilt from me, and we will make it on live. So, oh, thank you, Cynthia. You were awesome. You were awesome. So, good morning, y'all. Good morning. So, but yeah, any more questions? Any more questions, guys? What do we got? Ask away, y'all. Ask away. And again, like I said, it's 2 days. And I do have anybody that wants to, I do have the Klarna on my site too, so that you can do it in three times, 3 payments. So just in case. Dude, stay there. Any more questions? Who's excited? Who's excited for the retreat? Who's excited? Yeah, it's going to be fun, Barb. It'll be fun. I'm excited. You, me, yes, I am. And Miss Abby, you're going to be there the whole time, right? Where can I, you feel like you've been waiting forever, Shannon. All right, can somebody give Miss Tammy the information? Miss Abby, can you help her? Or Miss Cynthia? Jeanette, so let me put the number back up here. I'm going to put that number, because if you send just send a hello. Just send a hello. Don't do that. Does anybody have the number on them? Because I don't think I can actually post a settings. Okay. Can I? She sent me the invite in the messages. Yes, thank you. Just say hi is all, and you'll get an auto reply. Just say hi and you'll get an auto reply, guys. There you go. Can you see it? Get it under review. It's under review. Give it a minute. It's under review, guys. Thank you, Eliza. Here, I'm going to pin that comment. I'm just going to pin it because they're being a pine. They've changed the rules so much. They've changed the rules so much on TT, and it's kind of making it hard. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. And like I said, when you do register, I will send you the welcome PDF and then also the registration for Zoom. I will send you all the information for you guys. So, because we're going to have fun. We are going to have fun. Yeah, I think so, Miss Irie. I think so. And that's kind of why I'm growing my YT page, guys. So if you're not on there, thanks for the follow, guys. Thanks for the follow. Go hit me on YT, guys. Dude, why do you got to chew on everything? Why you got to chew on everything? Huh? Yeah, go look, Barb. If you don't have it, let me know. And send me a message and I'll send it over to you again. Look for Chickadee Treasures. Look for Chickadee Treasures. That's the email. Cynthia, I'll have to look. I will have to look. And if you need it again, let me know. I can send it again. Yeah, he's got teeth, right? Quit chewing on everything. Okay, we have an hour. Do you guys want to make I got teeth so I can chew? Yeah, right? I got teeth so I can chew everything. So I know. You're like, hey, hello. So yesterday I seen this square made yesterday. He is working on his adult teeth, but sometimes they hurt. I know, come here. He's like, hey. So I seen this square being made yesterday. I sent it to Miss Cynthia. I'm like, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this. You guys want to try a new square? I seen it made. Let me see if I can pull it up. We're gonna see if I can pull it up because I'm gonna show y'all because it was, where's that? So the square kind of looks like this. So let me see if I can get in there. Back up. And it's made with 5-inch squares. It's made with 5-inch squares. So let's make a fun square. Okay. Are we good with the retreat information? If you guys want information, send me a thing. Okay. And we can do that. Let me get some squares out because we're going to try this. We're going to try a new square. We're going to try a new square there. Do you want to try a new square, Blazer? Do you want to try a new square? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to try a square. We're going to try a new square. Put that there. I'm eventually, I still have the thing that I'm going to make a mug rug, but we're going to try a square. We're going to try a new square. Try a new square. One is not like the other one. One is not like the other one. We should look at I have a whole drawer. Y'all, I have a whole drawer of, watch out, dude. Watch out. Okay. So I have 5-inch squares. I was making bags the other. Awesome. Bags are good. Okay. So I'm going to put my stuff up. I'm going to stack my stuff up. Hold on. Because I don't want to, I have my stuff set aside for this. Stay over there. And those are going there with it. So that is my retreat stop. That is my retreat stop. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Goals are good. Cynthia using up old fabric and web, right? Yeah. Use your old fabric up, y'all. Because I promise you, this is addicting. Once you guys make this, you're going to be making all kinds of stuff. No, send it to me again, Miss Cynthia, because you know my memory is awful. So okay, so now what we're gonna do, I gotta look at the pattern again. We're gonna look at that pattern again, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. Let me get him a toy because he is like being. Come here. You don't need the trash. You do not need the trash, dude. Come on. Here. Chew on that. Chew on that, dude. Chew on that. Okay. So we're gonna come over here. Stay there. Anybody new to me? I'm in a fifth wheel, so need space. Limited on space. Okay. So what we're gonna use is 5-inch squares. I'm gonna look at this pattern. Hold on, guys. So I took screenshots of all of everything we're supposed to do. So first thing we got to do is take 2 squares and sew them together. And I'm gonna use white and these. These are kind of cool. So we're going to sew this together. Let me look. I gotta watch that video again. Hold on. Let me go back and watch the video I sent Cynthia. Cynthia, I sent you the video, right? Hold on, guys. Because I gotta go find this video because I want to make this. I want to make this one. Here it is. Here it is. We're gonna watch this video. It goes so quick. It goes so quick. I'm like, ah! Okay. Let me... Okay, so we need... Here we go. So it looks like we need square, square. We need a square. Once we do it once, we'll make another one. Once we do it once, we'll make another one, guys. So it looks like we need a square and a square. So we need square, square. So we need laid out like this, okay? And then we need another square. We're going to take this, fold it in half. Right sides together, though. We're thinking... So we're put it right here like this. And then you fold this right here. I'm just watching this here, guys. Okay, so we've taken a square here, and then you just go another square, fold it in half, and put the raw edge here. We're going to fold this over here, right here, and it's saying stitch right there. It's saying stitch across the top right here. So let me stitch right here. Once we do one, we'll do another one. We'll do another one. We just got to figure this process out. Once we figure the process out. Okay. Once we figure the process, get back over here. So then it's saying fold it over like that. Put this here. I'm hoping I can figure this out. Once I figure this out, I'll be like, okay. So then it goes that way. And we stitch across here. So hold on. Hopefully I'm doing this correctly. We're going to find out. Because it looks really cool. Okay. So then if I'm correct, okay, I think it's looking correct. So then it's like this. If this works, hold on, I'm watching the video here. Okay, so then it's saying take and put that together. Clips, where'd my clips go? Clippies, clippies, where's my clips? I got another butter bowl, guys. So I'm gonna put a clip here, a clip here, and then come over here to this one. We're gonna put a clip here. If this works, we'll go over the process again. If it look, I think it's gonna look cool, but we'll have to go over the process. Once we make a couple, I think it'll be cool. So we're gonna put that one there, and then it's saying take and open up. I don't know. We're gonna find out, I guess. We're gonna find out, I guess. Then I think it just stitches right across the top. We'll look at the instructions right quick before I stitch. But I'm thinking it just stitches right across the top here. I think we're gonna have to turn that iron on though. Hold on. Play. Okay, now it's saying to stitch across. So let me stitch across and then we'll look at it. If it works, we'll go back through that process again. Okay, let's see what that does. Let's see what that does. Guys. Yeah, it was on FB. It was on FB. Y'all, let's press this out. Let's press this one out. Because I seen it the other day and I'm like, oh gosh, we got to try this. So let me press this out. Stop. What are you doing, dude? I can share this lady's video out. It was on FB. I can put, I don't know how. This is kind of cool, guys. Okay, let's turn it this way so we can see it. Y'all, it's kind of cool. And look, it's like 3D kind of. It's kind of cool. Right? Shall we do it again? That'd be a cool, that would be a cool, like hot pad or, okay. Yeah, right? It's kind of cool. I'm like, I'm not sure, not sure exactly how it works, but, it is called, hold on, let me see. Let me see if it had, is there volume on this thing? No, it's just stitching. It's another language. I don't know what it is. Let's see. I have no idea. There's not a name on it. It's just somebody. It's just literally somebody stitching on an old industrial machine, on an industrial machine. So, thanks for the follow, John George. What you doing? Good morning. I was like, wait a minute, I know who that is. Okay, shall we try it again? Let's try it. I would use different colored clips. That way you can follow your clips. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, let's try it again. Let's try this again. Okay, so this is what we just created. This is what we just created. So we're going to do it again. It took me a minute to figure it out, but I think we got it. I think we got it. So, all right. So let's go back over here. Let's go back over here. So what we did is we're going to do 2 white, 2 of the fun colored ones here. And then we need a color here. Oh, that is the rolled fabric cow. I need 2 of the same. I want 2 of the same. So what we're going to do is we will lay these out. Okay, so lay them out this way, okay? We're going to lay them out this way. So you have just opposite, just 4 squares, okay? Then you take your other square, wrong sides together, fold it wrong sides together here like this. Are those making, no, Joanne. So we just created a new quilt block. We just created a new quilt block and we're trying to figure out how to do this again. So now we're taking another, and these are 5-inch squares, y'all. These are 5-inch squares, right, Jules? So we're taking this other one and laying this one together, wrong sides together. So we're going to fold that one together, and I'm going to give it a press. That way it stays together. And lay it right here. So you're going to put your raw edge right here. You're going to pull it this way. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch. I have a stack over here. I had 2, what do you call these, charm packs? I had 2 charm packs over here. So, so right here, we're going to stitch across this one. Okay. We're going to stitch across. So again, square, square. This square is folded together with the raw seam on this side facing you. And then you fold it together. And then you're going to stitch to the left. Stitch to the left. We're going to stitch that closed. So let's go ahead and stitch that closed right quick. Stitching that one closed. I guess we could do the next one lay it down on the sewing machine. We got a big enough area there. Trim that one. Okay. So now, yeah, charm pack. You have charm packs, layer cakes, jelly rolls. They like to do food things. So now we're going to take this and we're going to fold it. So we have it like this and we just stitched this, okay? We just stitched this bow tie block. Thank you, Margaret. Y'all, she's saying it's called a bow tie block. So then we take and we fold it away from where we just stitched. Fold it away from where we just stitched and leaves this and your raw edges down here. So now we're going to lay this down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to sandwich this. So we're going to put this one underneath. We're going to put this one under. So you want to put the opposite one underneath. So you're going to line that up there. And then now that I've got what we're doing, we're going to put the other one on top here. Another one on top, and we're going to stitch that. So again, what did we do? So the block that we just stitched, and we stitched on the left side. So we're going to open this up, pull it back. We're going to pull it back like this. This is over here. We're going to lay it down right here. And then you're going to take, so the opposite one of this, you're going to put underneath, right side up. Put that one underneath, right side up, line that raw edge on the bottom and the raw edge here. And then you're going to take that other square right side down. This one don't have a right side down, but you get it. But right side down, and then we clip it here. Then we clip it here because we're going to stitch down that edge. We're going to stitch down that edge. Now that I get this, this is an easy block. Oh my gosh, I get it. I get it, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna stitch here. We're gonna stitch here. The next block we'll do at the sewing machine. The next block we will do at the sewing machine so we can get a little better. Okay, so now we've stitched that one. Now we have stitched that one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull that over. So now we have it in the middle. So you have it in the middle like this, okay? So it's just like that. 5-inch squares, ma'am. 5-inch squares. So now what we're going to do, so we have it all stitched. So you're going to grab these, and we're going to clip. And you're going to clip up top. I clipped at the wrong spot last time. Now that I realize what I'm doing. So we're going to put a clip up here. So clip one side over here. And then you're going to come over here. And you're going to clip this one right here. And then that folded piece of fabric that you have in the middle, you're going to take and you're going to open up. You're going to open up that piece of fabric. And we're going to do this again. We're going to do this again because this is just a cool square. So we're opening up that piece of fabric in the middle, lining it up with your sides right there. You're going to line it up, and then you're going to clip it down, and then you're going to stitch it. So lining up both sides. Lining it up and lining that center square there. So you want to line, see how that's not lined up? We want to line that up. We want to line that up here. So we're going to line that up here. Open up those seams. I'm opening the seams. Because we're going to press the seams open once we stitch it. So I'm opening the seams here. Clipping that there. Thanks for learning the square with us this morning. Thanks for learning the square with us this morning because this is kind of cool. This one is kind of cool, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to stitch this right quick. And next one we do, I'll just be at the sewing machine. We'll turn it over here and we'll just lay it all out on the sewing machine. I just wanted to do another one. That way. And I'm just doing a 1/4-inch seam. Anybody wants to know, I'm just doing a 1/4-inch seam on the side of here. So the next one we do, we'll turn the camera around and do it on the sewing machine. That way we can see it on the sewing machine. Okay, so this is cool, guys. This is cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? Why wouldn't you press before you stitch? I don't know. I just clip it together and then I press it afterwards. Then I press it afterwards. It's all in your own preference. All in your own preference there, guys. Press it that way. Turn it over. I was a little off on my edge, but that's okay. That is okay. Okay. Pretty block. Bow tie box. Yeah, I think, is that what you said, Margaret? Bow tie block. Yes, it's a bow tie block. Yeah, I'd never done one. I saw it the other day. I think it was yesterday. I'd sent it to Cynthia, and I'm like, we got to try this. We got to try this. So what do you guys think? You want to do one more? We can do one more. We can turn over to the sewing machine so you guys can see it sewed. Okay, we'll do one more. We're going to do one more. We will do one more. Why not? Why not? Why not? So we're going to grab, let's do, I have checkered. How about checkered? We're going to go 2 checkered, 2 white, and what do I have over here? What do I have? How about, well, we could add a flower in the middle. We could do a flower one in the middle. Let's do a flower one in the middle. There we go. So you need 5 squares. 2 of the same, 2 of the same, and 1 oddball. 2 of the same, 2 of the same, and 1 oddball. Looks like a magic show. Kinda, huh? It does. Kinda. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the machine to lay this out. We're gonna use the machine to lay this out. Do I have 2? Oh, I've got 3 squares. I got 3 squares. Oh, you're welcome. Y'all, it is a very fast video. It's a very fast video, and I'm sitting there going, and I was taking screenshots. I'm like, I can't get it to slow down enough. So yeah. Okay. So we have the 2 squares. Okay. Let's come over this way. We're gonna come over this way. So we have the 2 squares right here. And then we'd have the 2 white squares. And I'm just using white. You can use whatever you want. Use whatever you want on here. So we have the 2 squares like this, okay? And then we take this square, your off square, and you fold it right sides together. Right, or wrong sides together. I apologize. Wrong sides together. We're going to fold it in half. I'm going to press that right quick. Hold on. So wrong sides together, okay? And then you're going to take your raw edge. You're taking your raw edge and you're going to lay it down right here. Because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to just sewing it to the outside. You're going to sew it to the outside, guys. So then we're going to fold this up right here. And you're going to stitch to the left. You're going to stitch. Just remember, stitch to the left, guys. Because on this one, we're going to stitch to the left. So we're just going to stitch down that seam right there. Straighten this square up. Straighten this square up here. Trim that off. Okay. So now we have our 2 squares that we sewed together. The 2 squares that we sewed together. Then you're going to take and pull them apart. And then you're going to have this piece right here. So now we need to do, and this is where I'm figuring this out. So you want the other 2 squares sewed to this piece. So you have the white one on the back. So we want to put the green one on the back. So we're going to sandwich that green one there. And put the white one on top. Put that white one on top. Again, you have it laid out. So here's the square. I'm going to go over it again. That way we see. So we have, this is what we just sewed. We sewed down this side, okay? So now we're going to open it back up. Open both sides over there. Then you have that piece that you added. So we need to add the green piece on the bottom because the green piece is on the top. So we're going to put the green piece on the bottom. You want to put it opposite whatever you have up top. You want to put that one on the bottom. And you're going to line up that top and side. You're going to line up the top and the right side. Because now you're going to sew to the right. Now you're going to sew to the right. You sewed to the left first. Now you're going to sew to the right. So then you're going to put this here. I'm trying to make it understand in my head and help you guys understand. Hopefully I'm helping. Hopefully I'm helping. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch down that right there. Okay. We're going to go and stitch down there. Okay. So let's go ahead and stitch here. And this is the way I'm understanding this pattern. Am I doing it correctly? I don't know, because she went really, really fast. Really, really fast on that video. So it was like boom, 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 boom. So hopefully. So, okay. So now we have this. So now what we do is you hold it out like this. So now you've sewed both sides together. So you have the right side and the left side, and then you have that center square. So now how are we going to get this together? How are we going to get this together, guys? So the way we're going to get this together is you're going to grab this square, you're going to grab this square, and you're going to pull it this way. And what we'll do is, let me grab a couple clips, because we're going to clip that together, guys. We're going to clip that together. So I'm going to clip one side here. I'm going to put a clip here, because we're going to stitch up here where this piece of fabric is in here. I am making a bow tie block, Garden Lady. We're learning new block today. I'd never made this block. I seen a video. It was like really, really quick, and I was trying to figure out how to make it. So bow tie block it is. And thank y'all for letting me know what the name of that block was, because it didn't tell me what the name of the block was in the video. So then we're going to go ahead and clip this side of the block. So we have both sides clipped here, guys. Both sides clipped. But what are we doing with that middle piece of fabric? What are we doing with that middle piece of fabric? So what we're going to do is we're going to take and open that piece of fabric up. You're going to open that piece of fabric up, and you're going to line up. You're going to line up your two pieces here. Line your two pieces up here. And I open the seam. Somebody asked why I don't press first. It's your option. If you want to press, press. So I'm going to open those seams up, and I'm going to clip. That's where I'm going to line them up. That is where I'm going to line them up. So open that one up, and then I'm going to line it up right there. Line it up right there, guys. And y'all, this would be cool with a bigger square too. It would be cool with a bigger square. I've made a few bow tie quilts. Awesome. Garden Lady, I'd never seen them. I seen that. I'd sent it to Miss Cynthia yesterday, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to try this. I was like, we got to try this. Well, I'm glad we did, because it took me a few minutes to figure it out. But now that I've figured it out, this is kind of cool. It's kind of a cool block. So you just kind of line up the edge on here. It took me a minute to grasp what was happening there. I'm like, oh, now I understand. Okay, so you've clipped, because what you've done is you've pulled that fabric. So you've opened it up, and you've pulled that fabric across, and you lined up the two seams here. And now we're going to stitch across right there. Good morning, guys. So we're going to stitch here. We're going to back stitch on this one too. And I'm just using a 1/4 inch seam here, guys. Just a 1/4 inch seam. And I know I'm using green thread, but, well, actually green thread matches this one. Okay, so we'll come back over here, and we'll press this. We're going to come back over this way. Thanks for sharing this. Oh, absolutely. Looking at a block pattern for the next. Awesome. Yes, this is kind of fun. This one's kind of fun, guys. Like I said, I had never done one. We'll do another one too. We'll do another one at the sewing. Y'all want to do one more at the sewing machine? We don't have anything else going right now, so we'll do another one at the sewing machine. Why not? Why not? I think this may be a more favorite block than the last one, because y'all. So I'm pressing open these seams here, guys. Pressing open the seams. Pressing. Stay there. And then we'll press open this one. I'm going to turn it over. I'm almost thinking I like this one better than the last one. This is a cool square. This is just a cool square, guys. How cool is this? I saw the cabin block with a half circle on it. It's beautiful. I'm going to, oh, that sounds cool, Joanne. Let me know how that goes. Let me know how that goes. Y'all, this is just cool. This is cool. So we did this one. We did this one. Shall we do another one? Let's do one more. We got time. We'll do one more. We'll do one more at the sewing machine. Because, y'all, this is easier than I thought it was. I'm hoping I can remember. Right, Sharon? Okay, we're going to do one more. We're going to do one more. This is too much fun. Let's find some more fun fabric here. Let's find, do I have some more? Do I have more squares? Ooh, ha. Y'all, we're fixing to have some fun. So I'm thinking, so these I cut myself, and these I cut myself. It looks complicated, right? It does. It looks really complicated, but when you put it together, what would I, before you know it, you'll have enough blocks to put, right? Y'all, I've got so many UFOs, it's not even funny. We'll go over the quilt blocks that I have in the drawer. We'll go over those quilt blocks I have in the drawer after I get done with this one. So we're going to go over these two. So we're going to do those two, and I need 2 white blocks. And then we'll do it. We'll do this at the sewing machine. What's the question, Annette? I didn't see the question. I'm sorry. Sorry. So we're going to put, I'm thinking we're going to put a pink. A pink. All right. We're going to sew one more, guys. We're going to sew one more. And then maybe I'll just pull all my, I have a whole drawer of quilt blocks we make on here. Oh my God, my plant froze on my porch. Oh no, what am I doing wrong to make the points not line up? On this, Annette? On this quilt block? Is that what you're asking? Okay, let's go over it again. We'll do the thing. The only thing I can think is when you stitch it together, you're not pulling up and lining the seams. So let's like I said, I'm not perfect, so let's do it again. We'll do it again because we're gonna go do one more. We're gonna do one more. We will do one more here. Okay, so we're gonna use these quilt squares. We're gonna use that quilt square. We're going to line this one up here. We're going to line that one up here. And then line that one up there. So then we're going to take, you're very welcome. You are very welcome. I like to help out. Y'all, I just learned this quilt square too. So I just learned this one too. So I'm going to go ahead and press this one down. Give this one a press. I think the middle square is the hard part. I think that middle square is your hard part there. And that's so cool that you're sitting there doing one with us. That is so cool. Yeah, it's really pretty. It could be super creative with that centerpiece. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Okay. So 5-inch squares, guys. We got 5-inch squares, right? So 5-inch squares on here. And then we took and folded it wrong sides together on here. So we're going to lay this right here, with the edge here and the edge here. And then you're going to take and you're going to fold this one over. You're going to fold this one over and you're going to sew to the left. You're going to sew to the left. Remember what I said? You're going to sew to the left on the first one, and then you're going to sew to the right on the next one. Okay. So let's go ahead and stitch this one. And I'm just doing a 1/4-inch seam here, guys. 1/4-inch seam on here. Okay. So we've sewed that together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. We're going to open it up like this, and it's going to have this one here. So now what we need to do is we need to add the other side. We need to add that other side. So we have it here. Yeah, the white one on the front or on the back, and then you have the colored fabric on the front. So now what we're going to do is whatever colored fabric you have here, you need to add that to the back. So we're going to add this one to the back. we're going to line up. You're going to line up the raw edge on the bottom and raw edge on the right, okay? Because now we're going to sew to the right. First we sewed to the left, now we're going to sew to the right. I feel like I'm marching. So then we're going to take that white piece of fabric, and we're going to line it up here, and we're going to stitch right down there. We're going to stitch right down there. So let's go ahead and stitch that one. So we sewed to the left first, now we're going to sew to the right. Trim that off. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. So y'all, we've stitched this open, okay? Let me grab the clips because now we're going to clip it together. Now we're going to clip this together. What we need to do is we're going to take that white block and that black block, and whatever side this middle piece of fabric's on is where we're going to clip it. So I'm going to line that up, and I'm going to clip this side. Line it up and clip that side. Let's line it up on the other side. Line it up on the other side and clip that side. And then we have that center piece of fabric. You've got that center piece of, and that, I think this may be where your issue is. So we have the center piece of fabric. So on that center piece of fabric, you need to open it up, okay? You're going to open this up, and what I'm doing is you have your seams. You have these seams right here. What I'm doing is I'm pressing those seams open. I'm pressing those seams open here, guys. Pressing the seam open on this side too. And then what I'm doing is I'm taking, and in the middle, I'm lining that seam up and putting a clip there. I'm lining that seam up and putting a clip. So I'm lining it up there, open the seam up. And granted, you could probably press them. Open that one up. Line it up and put in a clip right there where they're lined up. Right there where they're lined up, guys. You just woke up, Miss Deborah. Are you okay? Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to pull up the middle piece, that middle piece of fabric, pull it up into your seam. Make sure it's pulled up into that seam, okay? Because if it's not pulled up into the seam, it's not going to catch when you stitch it. It's not going to catch when you stitch that. So we're going to clip it there, and we're going to pull this one up because we have this one too. Because as you notice, it's kind of down. So you want to pull it up into the seam. Pull it up into that seam and line. Dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm playing under your feet. Pull that one into the seam there and then put a clip there. Okay. So now we're going to stitch that. My internet is so bad that the video keeps stopping this morning. Yeah, go watch the replay. Go watch the replay. Does the block, we'll measure that. We'll measure the block as soon as we're done. Looks like approximately probably 9.5. Looks like approximately. We'll measure it and see. So now we're going to stitch this. I'm going to do a back stitch just to make sure it stays. And I'm just doing a 1/4 inch seam here, guys. 1/4 inch seam. Okay, so now we'll go back over here. We'll get this pressed. I'm kind of interested to see what this block's going to look like. It's probably y'all's weather. Y'all have got some bad weather out there. Y'all have got some bad weather out there. It's not no fun. Not no fun. Okay. Thinking this might be my favorite block of the day, guys. So now we're going to take and we're going to press these seams open. Press the seams open here, guys. Flip it around. I'm just pressing them open because it's going to make it lay a little flatter. Lay a little flatter. Press this one open. Flop it over. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my. This is, yeah. Stay there. Y'all. That's cool. This is a cool square. I might have to do a quilt this way. I may have to do a quilt this way. This is kind of cool, right? Is it not cool? Right? Yeah, I don't know, because we have this one. We have this one, because I like this one too. And then we have this one. I don't know. I like them all. I like them all. Yo, that one, and that one. I don't know. They're all cool. They're all really cool, right? You know what? Let me pull my drawer of squares out. We're gonna look at my drawer of squares because I have a whole drawer of squares. Let's see what squares we got here, guys. So we have so we have this one that we were working on. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. So we have this one that we're working on. So I gave these to a little girl to color. So I'm waiting on her to give them color because I'm gonna gift the quilt to her. So lady I work with, her little girl. So so I got that one. And then let's see what else we have. I did a t-shirt quilt. So this one's got a t-shirt on there. So I've got that quilt square. I've got a lot of UFOs here, guys. I got a lot of UFOs. So then I have this one. I went the opposite way. So I put the fabric in the middle and then the t-shirt on the outside. You never did find it, Bart? We may just have to do it again. We might just have to do it again. Right, Margaret? So then I have, oh, this was another one. So then let's see what else we got in here. What else we got? So those are all the same. Oh, we have, oh, these were fun squares. That was fun squares. Yeah, we can do it again. Tell you what, we'll add it to next week. We'll add it to next week. And this is some of that fun, right? Are these not cute and easy? Y'all, these are easy. So like we did this one. That was kind of cool. And we just added another square to the outside. Awesome. Very cool. I love printing on fabric. I love printing on fabric, y'all. So then let's see what else we got here. What else we got? That's another one of those. Let's see what this one is. Let's see what this one is. Oh, so this one was, because I actually did this quilt. I printed the squares and then I did the square, the strips onto the outside of that one. So it was kind of cool. If you sew, you know, yeah, I got lots of those. So, but I'm like, oh, I could use it for something. How do you print it, Annette? So inkjet printer, you need an inkjet printer. And then you just get the images. You either create the images or get images and then you print it on the fabric. So let's see what else we got here. Do I have more? Oh, y'all remember this one? We've never done anything with her. I think we may have to do something with her. What do we want to do with her? I got a brother Moda. I am good, Miss Christy. How are you? I am good. So we have this one. Y'all, these are fun. And that is a fun square. That is a fun, easy square. That is a fun, easy placemat. Yes, Miss Dolly. We could be a cool placemat. I was going to, but I got tired of the bags because we made a few bags. We made a few bags of those. Oh my gosh, I got squares galore down here, guys. I have squares galore. Oh, I got more of those Crown Royal. I got tired of that Crown Royal. No. More Crown Royal squares. I'm not doing, I don't think I'll ever do another Crown Royal quilt, guys. I don't think I'll ever do another one. Okay, so I have more of these. These ones, I'm liking with the yellow, white, red. So I have a white, red, and yellow and green one. May have to do something with those. May have to do something with those. It's my box of a bunch of different quilt squares. My box of a bunch of different quilt squares, guys. Or my drawer. I guess it's my drawer. My drawer. Drawer. Okay. There we go. I'm going to add my other ones to that one. I'm going to add my other ones to that one. Oh, it would. It would. Oh, I need to measure that block. Sorry, I forgot. Let me measure that block. Hold on. We'll measure it. So it comes out to be, yep, 9.5 by 9.5. You are right. On your postcard, do you need to put back? You don't have to, but it's preferable to give it just the extra look. So, but you don't have to, Dolly. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning. Good morning. And if anybody missed the live, go back and watch the replay on YT over here. You guys can watch it. That way you guys can go back over what you need for the retreat next Friday and Saturday. So, and again, it's a virtual retreat. Anybody wanting the information on the virtual retreat, send me a message. I will get that information over to you. So, good morning. Good morning. Because I'm excited. We're going to have fun. Friday, y'all, we're doing our first quilt block of the month. So for the whole year, I would do thin batting. Yeah, thin batting is probably best. The thin, you're very welcome, Jeanette. You're very welcome. The quilt block of the month is going to be so easy, y'all. It is going to be so easy. So, and as you're going to see, the first one is going to be really easy, and then it'll get a little harder as we go down the road. And each month, we're going to do a quilt block at the last Friday of the month. So the last Friday of the month, we're going to do a quilt block, and this Friday is going to be easy, y'all. It'll be easy. So you have two options. You can just join and watch, and I'll give measurements and everything, or you can get the physical PDF. If you want the physical PDF, you can either get the whole year, because I already have the whole year done. You can get the whole year over on my thing, or you can subscribe over here on TT, and every month I'll send you the information for it. So your choice. Your choice. Any more questions, guys? We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. What do y'all think? I'm going to back y'all up a little bit. There we go. There we go. What is today? Today is, got to pull together all my stuff for tomorrow. What is tomorrow? What are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, I forgot what tomorrow is. I got to look, see what tomorrow is. If y'all want to know what my schedule is, go look at my thing, and it's right there. Tomorrow, double zipper bag. We're doing the double zipper bag, guys. Y'all want to see what we're doing tomorrow? Your day's off. Oh, Friday, yes. For the placemats and the postcard, we're just going to use our scraps. Correct. Shannon, you can either use scraps or you can use strips. Either way, however you want. I'll show you. Yeah, let me show you the double zipper bag. Let me show you the double zipper bag, guys. Oh, and Miss Dolly, I'll look right quick and make sure that I got your thing. Put y'all right there. Now that we know how to do this, because we did this the other day, and I kind of messed up because it kind of got messed up in the hoops. So needless to say, but y'all, we're doing this tomorrow. We're doing this tomorrow. So with the bow tie block, could you basically do it with any size as long as it all five? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So as long as as long as they're all the same size, you could totally do that. So like you could totally do like a it would be I want to try it with a 10-inch square. I totally want to try it with a 10-inch square, because with a 10-inch square, you could take and do all that together. And then, yeah, we're going to do the same size, Barb. We'll do the same size again. So zipper bag. So it's a fanny pack. It's a fanny pack. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this one tomorrow. It's got a zipper here. You have the zipper here. And then you have the zipper here. So it has 2 zippers. And this is all done in the hoop. This is all done in the hoop, guys. So, and I got to remember who this is by. So, yeah, this is kind of cool. And I added my own fun lady to it. I added my own fun lady. So, what size zippers do you need? So you would need, hold on, let me see. Are you going to do this size? Well, let's see. Oh, I guess I can measure it with my tape measure. Where's my tape measure? Tape measure. My tape measures. So you're going to need, so I'd say an 8-inch zipper and at least probably a 12-inch zipper. So an 8-inch and a 12-inch. I gotta go look and see, Barb. I may have. I don't remember. Okay, I'll find out where I got it, and I'll let you know, Barb. I can't remember exactly. My memory is awful, guys. I blame IT. I blame IT because working in IT for so many years, you know, people tell you something that you intentionally forget because you don't want to remember all this stuff. You know, like they're like, "Hey, this is my password," and you're like, "Ah." But and then you. Thank you, Suzanne. You too. You be safe out there. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So, but yeah, this is what we're doing tomorrow. This is what, so we're doing this tomorrow, and then Friday we're doing that quilt block of the month. We're doing the quilt block of the month on Friday. So, again, anybody want information on the retreat? Send me a thing. Send me a message, guys. Any more questions? What size is the quilt block of the month? It is a 12 and a half. Hold on, let me look. I think it's 12 and a half inches. I think all the quilt blocks are going to be 12 and a half inches. Let me go look at my, hold on. It is going to be 12 and a half by 12 and a half. It'll be a 12 and a half block, 12 and a half inch by 12 and a half inch block. Like I said, 12 and a half inch blocks. Like I said, the first month is going to be really, really easy. I promise you guys, it's going to be easy. You're going to be like, these are easy. Exactly. That's my whole thing. I want all of y'all to be able to make this quilt. All of y'all to be able to make this quilt. Because at the end of the year, in December, we're going to be putting this thing together. Well, I guess probably in January. We'll be piecing this thing together. So, right. Yeah, just fun. That is my total goal, is to do fun. Where do you get the quilt block of the month? Anna, let me, so you have 2 options. Let me send you a thing. Hold on. Oops, wrong thing. Wrong thing. So you do not have to get the patterns, but if you want to get the patterns, hold on. Copy link. So that will actually give you all 12 months. That will actually give you all 12 months. And if you guys want all 12 months, let me know. I can send you that information too. What time do you go on? I'm in Newfoundland, Canada, and it's, how cool is that? Garden Lady? Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Send me if you're wanting the information, please send me a message, because I won't be able to get back into here. It's easier if you guys send me a message of what you want. So I am on 4:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday, Mountain Standard Time. So it is currently 6:30 here. So I go on at 4:30 in the morning. So okay, you got all of them, Barb. Yes. So you have the option. You can get all 12 months of the quilt blocks. And Barb, they're awesome quilt blocks, right? It starts fairly easy, and then it goes, it gets a little harder as the year goes on, but none of them are completely undoable. So Yes. I can't believe you get up so early in the morning. I get up at 1:30, Joanne. I get up at 1. So I get up at 1:30. I'll sew till 3 o'clock. My husband gets up at 3 o'clock. I sit and have coffee and make his lunch and get him out the door. And then once he leaves, I hop on here and I'm on here till about 6:30. And then I take the dog for a walk, and then I go into work. I'm a director of IT. I run an IT department. Why? I don't know. I love sewing. I love sewing, and I love doing these lives with you guys. I love hanging out with y'all and doing different projects. So it's a lot of fun. Do you sleep? I do. I actually, you've found your, I'm glad you did, Barb. I am glad you did. So I do sleep. I go to bed about 7:30, 8 o'clock at the latest at night. So I get at least 5 hours, somewhere around there of sleep. So, but yeah, the quilt block of the month that we're doing on Friday, every month it graduates a little bit harder. But like I said, none of them are undoable. None of the quilt blocks are undoable. So if you actually want the PDF pattern, let me know. I can send you the information on it. So otherwise, just join on the last Friday of the month. On the last Friday of every month, we're going to do a quilt block. We'll do a different one every month. And then come January, we'll put that quilt together. We're going to put that quilt together in January. So it'll be fun. Good morning. Good morning. So, alrighty. It is now about 6:30. Yeah, it is nice to send the pattern. Nancy, please send me send me a thing to remind me, because if you don't remind me, I won't get it. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate it. I'm up at 5 and usually in bed by 9:30. Yeah, I'm not I don't know. My kids call me old. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I am. I don't care. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, guys. Yes, see you tomorrow. And anybody wanting the information, send me a message, because I won't remember the chats on here because my memory is awful. So thank you for the follow. Very nice to meet you too, Miss Garden Lady. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I will be on at 4:30 in the morning. So you guys all have a wonderful day, and stay warm and safe out there if you're traveling, please. Stay warm and safe. Can you see the quilt? Yes, Miss Nancy, you sure can. You sure can. So this is the quilt that I made. This is the abstract quilt that I made. So this is the one, and as you see, it's just got different pieces in there, different pieces of fabric. So, and what we'll do is we'll start in the middle, and you can see how this one, we have one piece. Where's he at? So we started in the middle with him, and then we just worked our way out from there. So like I said, there's really no rhyme or reason, but it turns out so cool. Depending on the fabric you choose. I mean, any of them are going to be cool, and there's no rhyme or reason as to how it works. So, but it's fun. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. So I'm excited. Yes, Miss Dolly. Okay, you guys have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you guys later. And Miss Dolly, I will check and I'll send you a message. And I will see y'all tomorrow at 4:30. Thank you guys, and welcome all y'all new ones. And give me a follow. Thank you. And now. Thank you guys over here on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys too. You guys are all awesome. Thank you.